Still alarm engine 1 alone to 374 Prospect, back 77. Still alarm engine 1 alone. 374 Prospect, back 77, 2100 QC890 Buffalo Fire. Repeat that, B44. I got a report of a house fire, 374 Prospect. It's probably smoke from your fire. I got engine 1 going over there to investigate.
344 to dispatch. You better give us a second one over here.
Second alarm at Niagara and Vermont, box 73. A second alarm, Niagara and Vermont, box 73. Engine 16, 19, and 21. Ladders 1 and 2, rescue 1. Will respond. 2102 KC890 Buffalo Fire. Host 101 will also take this.
344 to dispatch. Hit me second ladder, come in on Prospect, please.
You want ladder 4 to come in on Prospect? They're second in on your first alarm. F89 respond. 5-6 on location. Dispatch to B44. Do you want the second truck and the second alarm on the Prospect Street side? Or the second truck and the first alarm? Who's calling? That's F11 calling. The fire is at the Armory at Niagara and Vermont. Or we're sending engine 1 alone to 374 Prospect to investigate smoke. Roger, F11 on location, 374 Prospect.
I'll see the dispatch. I'm out of here, but I'm returning to quarters now.
Roger, B43. Dispatch to engine 1, engine 1.
Engine 1.
You're in service. That's a false call, 374 Prospect. Go to engine 2's quarters, the engine 2X. B56.
Coming up down the, give us a third alarm.
A third alarm at Niagara and Vermont at the Armory, box 73. A third alarm, Niagara and Vermont at the Armory, box 73. Engine 3, 36, and 26, and ladder 6 will respond. 2104 Buffalo Fire.
C1 gone.
C1's responding.
F72 goes.
F72 is going.
B44 to dispatch.
B44.
You give me a company with the food cutters on Connecticut Street, please. We're going to try to go and access through the front.
Dispatch to ladder 6. Dispatch to ladder 6.
Ladder 6.
Meet B44 on the Connecticut Street side. He needs your bolt cutters.
Roger. 44 to dispatch. You ever meet the EDT man? He's standing right there in front with a key.
Roger. Dispatch to ladder 6.
Ladder 6.
Instead of B44, you're going to meet the ADT man on Connecticut Street. He's standing in front of the place. Meet the ADT man on the Connecticut Street side of the Armory. He's going to get you into there. You may have to assist him.
Roger. 19 to dispatch.
19.
I'm off from B44. They would like us around Niagara and Connecticut right now.
B41 will respond to the Armory at Niagara and Vermont. B41 to the Armory at Niagara and Vermont. 2107 Buffalo Fire. B52 responding.
B56 to play dispatch.
B56.
Vermont Street.
Would it be, you want another aerial ladder there, B44? Dispatch of B56. You want an extra aerial ladder?
Yeah, one extra aerial ladder. One of the other aerial ladders. We're not access by the way of Vermont Street. Service set up for ladder height.
Dispatch to ladder 1. Dispatch to ladder 1. Can you get around on Prospect via Vermont Street and set up your aerial ladder over there for B56?
What do you want?
Up
Vermont?
No, up Prospect via Vermont.
Roger.
Ladder 12 will respond, Niagara and Vermont, on the Prospect Street side. Ladder 12 will respond. Niagara and Vermont on the Prospect Street side, box 73, 2109. An alarm of fire on Florida between Jefferson and Pleasant, box 69. An alarm of fire on Florida between Jefferson and Pleasant, box 69. That'll be engine 24, engine 33, engine 34. Ladder 7 and ladder 13, and the 7th Battalion, or the 3rd Battalion Chief will respond to box 69. An alarm of fire, Florida, between Jefferson and Pleasant, engine 24, 33, 34, ladder 7 and 13, and the 3rd Battalion Chief. 2110, Buffalo Fire.
Call is responding to that. C1 on location.
C1 on location.
4-3 responding.
4-3 responding, report of a house fire. You got a full assignment, got a couple phone calls on it, Chief.
Roger, thank you. Only kinetic street side, we got 2 to ADT now.
Well, look around for a ladder 6.
Roger.
5-6. Roger. The 4th alarm, Niagara and Vermont, box 73. A 4th alarm, Niagara and Vermont, box 73. That'll be engines 10, 32, and 38, and ladder 5 will respond. 2112, Buffalo Fire.
B44 to dispatch. Is there some Army personnel you can contact that maybe we can get entrance to this? We're going to have tanks and everything inside here.
I'll try B44.
So 5 on location.
To B56. C1. ADT is from the federal government, a man from the state government en route to the scene.
That's a roger. This is dispatch. Ladder 6 to dispatch.
Ladder 6.
The ADT man canceled that. What should we do?
I don't know, contact the chief or officer at the fire for instructions, ladder 6.
Roger. What is our procedure to investigate smoke?
24 on location investigating smoke.
We'll be 4-4 to dispatch. Hold up quarter 9 in the Niagara Vermont for a minute. You're currently ladder 12.
Dispatch to ladder 12, ladder 12. Rescue 1.
Rescue 1 is at a stairway, and we got heavy smoke to the inside.
Roger, Rescue, when you're in the Vermont Street side in a stairwell, you got heavy smoke conditions over there. Is that your message? Roger, you're inside the building in a stairwell with heavy smoke conditions using a portable radio. Roger, Rescue 1.
30 smoke coming out second story windows. 24 dispatch, we have a working fire, heavy smoke conditions, a very large building, all brick, smoke coming out of first and second floors. We're weighing 4 inches, 3/4.
Roger, 24, you got a worker, large building, smoke and fire coming out of first and second floors. B56. All right, we'll try.
B52 on location.
52 on location.
B52 to dispatch.
52.
LC1, I got a real large stall over here. If I get a company over with a saw, we can cut that door, vent that building on this site.
Dispatch to C1, C1. To C1. Dispatch to, fire dispatch to, B52.
B52 over.
One message for you, Information Police Department, there was possibly a large truck full of flammable liquids inside there.
Roger, where's C1's location right now?
Where is C1's location?
Roger.
Dispatch to C1, C1.
B44 to dispatch.
B44.
Company radio from Vermont and traffic. There's a man on the roof.
Roger. That's the ladder 5.
Here's dispatch.
Dispatch to ladder 5, ladder 5. Go to Vermont and Prospect. Meet B44. They got a man on the roof there. You might have to put up your arrow to get him off.
That's Roger. Not working. I want him on the east side of the building.
Dispatch to all truck companies, or there's a B52. Any ladder company is not working, B52 wants you on the east side of the building. Dispatch to B43, what's your message?
43 to dispatch. We have a large two-story brick building, approximately 150 by 200. There's fire on the first floor rear. We report the chemicals and flammables stored on the first floor and wood on the second. All companies are working.
Roger, 43, message received. Everybody's working.
B6 to B44. B6 to dispatch.
B52. Dispatch to all ladder companies. Any ladder not working, call the alarm office. Any ladder who does not have the aerial up, please call the alarm office.
Right down, Vermont.
Okay, I got ladder 5 is coming in the 5th alarm, and they're heading for Prospect in Vermont.
Dispatch.
B43.
They give me another pump and another truck over here.
Roger. Engine 23 and ladder 14 respond on Florida between Jefferson and Pleasant. Box 69. Engine 23 and ladder 14 respond. Florida between Jefferson and Pleasant. Box 69, 21, 22.
CD9.
CD9.
Still there's two pumpers responding if you want to use them. You got CD2M and CD3 if you want to divert them to any other location. I do the dispatch. Report to Vermont and Prospect.
B52.
I have to have a truck at Vermont.
Ladder 5, ladder 5. Dispatch to ladder 5.
Ladder 5 on.
Are you nearly to Vermont and Prospect? B52 needs you badly there.
Right on Prospect and Connecticut right now.
Okay, B52, ladder 5's on the way there. Prospect and Connecticut, they're just about there.
Roger, I have a nice shot on the road. It's very important we get him down. We can't reach the ground ladders. Florida, please.
Roger. Dispatch engine 23 and ladder 14. 23 and ladder 14 go in from Jefferson in Florida.
Ladder 14 calling in from Jefferson in Florida. C1 to dispatch.
C1. C1.
Hey, we got two firemen in the back here. We're about to try to open the door, and we're stuck in the back on the Vermont Street exit. See if you can have someone force the rolling door.
Dispatch to B56. Do you have any idea what chief is in the rear of the building by the Vermont Street exit? To any chief officer in the rear of the building by the Vermont Street exit, call the alarm office. Any company in the rear of the building and by the Vermont Street exit, call the alarm office. Who's calling?
B52 to dispatch.
B52. Repeat. Rescue 1. Repeat. He's trying to get a company to force the large rolling door at the Vermont Street exit. C1.
We're stuck back in here. You gotta get a company to open this.
Dispatch to any company in the rear of the building by the Vermont Street exit. Call the alarm office. This is imperative. They got men trapped in the building. They need the large rolling door in the Vermont Street exit opened immediately. It's got to be forced. Everybody received that message about the Vermont Street exit. All right, you got to get that door open. You got men behind it. Dispatch to Rescue 1, C1. Ladder 5 is going to force that door. C1. Dispatch to B52. B52.
Utica,
They're at the Vermont Street side by the exit by the large rolling door. We got firefighters trapped in the building. I see one B52 is a man trapped on the roof. They're trying to rescue their man on the roof. Rescue 1. Rescue 1, I cannot read you. Rescue 1, you're in the main hall. You see fire in the cockloft. Is that your message? Roger, and it's right over your head. Dispatch Roger, ladder 5's on their way over. They're trying to force that door in the Vermont Street exit, the large rolling door. One. Can't read you, C1. Dispatch to B56, B56. Can you get around to the Vermont Street side and see what you can do to supervise those operations getting that door open? We got firefighters trapped in that building. Roger. B1, B56 is supervising that operation, and the door, they're working their best to force it. B56. Another battalion, chief, to the Vermont Street side. B52. Dispatch to C1, they forced the door. Any men in the building can get out by means of a large rolling door. Dispatch to C1, C1. Go ahead. They say they have that door open, and if there's any men in the building, they can get out by means of that door.
Yeah, we're out now, guys.
Roger.
The radio. Let's take it easy now. It's out of the building.
Roger. C1 says him and his men are out of the building.
How do you see on here? How many immediately on the north side of the building?
An ambulance on the north side of the building, immediately. Roger.
Yes. I see the dispatch.
Go ahead, B52.
One minute, step on the roof. We got him down there, you know. We opened a big door on the north side. Two ones receiving an oxygen, and two other men are taken out of the building. Everybody is out. Everybody is safe. Fire is not under control.
Roger, B52, you rescued your man off the roof by means of an aerial ladder, and you got all the men out of the building. C1 and a couple other firefighters are receiving oxygen now. Message received.
Roger. M4X is in service.
Engine 33, turn in and water to engine 23, please. Dispatch, would you please call engine 33 and tell them to turn on that feed line to engine 23. Dispatch to engine 33, turn on your feed to engine 23.
Go on location.
B52. Roger, Air Chief. Dispatch to B52, information of Captain Monroe, engine 21. That building is starting to cave in. He wants you notified. B47 will respond to Niagara and Vermont, box 73. B47, Niagara and Vermont, box 73, 2135.
B47 responding.
47 responding. B52. You want a fifth alarm, Roger. A fifth alarm, Niagara and Vermont, box 73. Engine 2X, 21X, 28, and ladder 4X will respond. A fifth alarm, Niagara and Vermont, box 73. Engines 2X, 21X, 28, and ladder 4X will respond. 2136 Buffalo Fire. 52.
If all the CD companies put in service, having patrolled the area going east, there's heavy, clean, light conditions east of the fire.
Dispatch to CD9, CD9. Dispatch to CD9. Fire dispatch to CD9, CD9, or any CD unit on the air.
Go ahead, fire, this is CD9.
CD9, B52 wants you to take all your units and run a fire patrol on the east side of that armory. There's embers flying all over that neighborhood.
Clear, that's to the east side?
Roger.
Roger, we'll be patrolling. B52. Portable B52, dispatch.
B52. Portable B5.
Yeah, people.
I cannot receive a word you're saying. I think F11 just reported a wall collapse somewhere. Dispatch to B52. See if somebody can relay your message to the alarm office. I'm not reading a word you're saying. 26. You need an ambulance on what side of the Armory? Roger, on the Niagara Street side of the Armory for a civilian.
Go ahead. Fire in the building, in the rear.
2X.
We're at Connecticut and Fargo. Where do they want us?
I don't know, 2X. Just try and find a chief officer and get some instructions.
Roger, there's an awful lot of sparks running across these neighborhoods there.
Roger, the CDs have a fire patrol going. Dispatch to B52. Dispatch to B51. Deputy, I'm having a little difficulty receiving and understanding B52, but I want to notify you that we're down to 4 engines and 2 trucks in the city.
Give us the location that you want to identify.
21X, you'll have to do it on your own. You'll have to find a chief officer and try and get some instructions from him.
Okay. Well, our location, Vermont.
B47 on location. Report to B52 for orders. Ladder 1.
We got mechanical stuff on our area ladder. We need a mechanical here.
Dispatch to F48, the mechanic, F48. Dispatch to the mechanic, F48. C1.
I want 4 mutual aid pumpers to meet you at Niagara and
4 mutual aid pumpers to meet you at Niagara and
Vermont.
Vermont. Roger. On the Prospect Street side of the building. Can you help them out? B47.
B52, I took a line 11 around the Vermont Street side, not on Niagara. So I told them to set up on Niagara, bring them right in on Vermont.
Dispatch to ladder 11, ladder 11. Ladder 4X, ladder 11. Dispatch to ladder 11. Everybody's working on forestry using 4 2.5 and 4 3/4.
C1 to dispatch.
C1.
C1 be fully involved using 7A ladder. Companies are samples going up now. All companies are working.
Roger, everybody's working. You're getting 4 mutual aid pumpers from the town of Tonawanda to meet you at Niagara and Vermont.
Okay, thank you. Dispatch, copy report.
Go ahead, B52.
Entire roof went in. We got flames shooting about 50, 60 feet in the air. All we can do is use ladder pipes now.
Roger, flames 50, 60 feet in the air. The roof caved in. You're using ladder pipes. Go ahead, B51, your message. Did not receive. Gas and electric on Florida Street.
Florida dispatch. Dispatch.
B44.
Location of the hose tower. Dispatch.
B52.
Keep up on that hook up. Down the back end of Vermont Street immediately. Closure problem.
To any pumper not hooked up back in Vermont Street, orders a B52. Dispatch to CD9. Fire dispatch to CD9.
Fire CD9.
Can you take your pumpers to 322 Plymouth to investigate? We got a report of a fire there. Might just be those Umbers landing.
Roger, 322 Plymouth.
That's a Roger.
Clear.
3X and 2.
Florida dispatch. You have the location of the hose tender?
Dispatch to the hose tender. Dispatch to the hose tender. Dispatch to the hose tender. 44, I can't raise the hose tender. C1. C1, come in.
Hey, how many pumpers and trucks do you have left?
Citywide, we have 4 engines and 2 trucks. You have 4 mutual aid pumpers on your way to the scene of the fire right now.
Here.
Engine 3X.
Any idea where to get in?
Skip that. Go over on 86 16th Street to investigate some embers on a house.
16th Street, Roger.
Roger. Engine 3X alone to 86 16th Street. Engine 23X and ladder 6X to 251 Oakmont. Engine 23X and ladder 6X to 251 Oakmont. 2153 Buffalo Fire. Dispatch to C1, C1. Dispatch to C1. Dispatch to C1, C1.
Go ahead.
Commissioner, I'm down to a pumper and a truck.
Roger, you better get some mutual aid in. Get 3 pumpers and 2 trucks somewhere.
3 pumpers and 2 trucks, Roger.
Over to dispatch. 47 to dispatch.
347.
Do we have a white rig someplace on location here, or we got a place for him?
We were looking for the hose tender. They didn't answer 47.
Got a call for the whole center, and tell we are on the corner of Niagara and Vermont. Patch, we're over on Fargo Street. I got a hydrant. I got 2 inch and a half laid off on all these houses over it.
One. C1. C1.
Repeat.
We can't read you, C1.
I'm looking for T. Sullivan. Is he in?
T. Sullivan.
Roger. Dispatch.
31, go ahead.
23X still fire out on arrival. We're checking for extension.
Dispatch to ladder 6X, ladder 6X.
Go ahead.
Return to Jefferson and Best. CD9, go ahead.
There's 322 please.
Roger.
There's nothing showing here, Bill.
Roger, CD9. Nothing's showing. You can continue on your patrol.
I won't get this patrolling. Yes, sir. Take the alarm off. Okay, the alarm off.
Go ahead.
I'm at the fire. Do you need any help up there?
Wait a minute. Tonight,
Location 86 Richmond, 86 16th Street.
Roger, 3X on location.
3X is in service.
23X in service.
Okay, the alarm off.
Paul, I checked. That's a negative, but thank you.
Roger, thank you. Dispatch.
F48.
You have a complaint about ladder 6? They have some kind of a problem?
Negative, ladder 1.
Ladder 1. Okay, I'm going to exactly the same direction.
Roger.
3X is in service. Unnecessary call, fires out.
It's at 3X. You're going to be 1X instead of 3X. Go to engine 1's quarters. B47.
Do we get that whole thing out on the Connecticut Street side? We're still trying to get them over in Vermont. We got a nice spot up there.
Roger. To the hose tender.
Still under. The roof is all over. The plane's going 30, 60 feet high. Using all that advice.
Roger. The roof is in. You still got a lot of flames. We got the CDs on fire patrol in that neighborhood. There should be 4 mutual aid companies at the scene of the fire by now. And we're filling in some other firehouses in the city with other mutual aid companies. B56.
All aerials working at the fire. They secure that.
56, you were broke off. All I got was the part about all aerials working at the fire.
We want all aerials working at the fire to use that halyard. Don't ban on the aerials.
Attention all truck companies with aerials working at the fire. Orders of B56. Use your halyards. Do not have any men on the aerials. I repeat, use your halyards. Do not have any men on the aerial ladders. CD9, CD9. CD9.
CD9.
Can you take a look at 34 17th Street in the rear?
Clear.
C1. C1, go ahead. Fire to C1, C1.
That's the service. Go higher, you can. Bring it down.
Still alarm engine 25 alone, 130 Caliburn, 2212 Buffalo Fire.
Go higher,
Engine
engine 10.
10.
I think we might need a fuel truck over here.
How's your fuel truck? 1. It's under control. You're going to pick up ladders 13 and 14. Roger.
On a dispatch, we're going back to the shop to change over. We have a disable rate.
Still alarm on Connecticut between normal and 14th. Engine 1X and ladder 4X. That's still alarm. Connecticut. Between normal and 14th, engine 1X and ladder 4X. 2214 Buffalo Fire.
Fire dispatch to B52. B52 over. F11 would like a battalion chief to meet him at the front door. He has an officer from the Armory who will tell him where the ammunition and everything is stored in the building. Oh, I didn't get that one. Want to repeat? Put that down, oh, you didn't receive that message. F11 is at the front door of the Armory. He'd like a battalion chief to meet him with, he has an officer of the 174th with him who knows the location of the ammunition and its materials stored in the building. Can't read the B52. I said I have all the info about the ammo in the building. That's taken care of. Taken care of, thank you. Dispatch to F11. Dispatch to F11. Chief says they already have that information. 47 dispatch. 47. The gas company crew reports that they have shut off the main gas line going into the Armory building. Now, Niagara Street, and they're still shutting off several of the frame houses on Connecticut. About halfway up the block from Vermont. They'll be on Prospect halfway up from to Vermont. They're still shutting off gas lines in the dwellings. B47, you're interrupted by several other calls. Can you repeat? Gas company crew reports that they have shut off the main gas line going into the building. The shut-off valve is on Niagara Street, and they are still shutting off the mains in private dwellings on Prospect about halfway down south from Vermont. Did the gas company shut off the main supply for Connecticut Street And they're shutting off mains and feeds to the other houses along Prospect in the area they're building. Roger. CD9 on location at 17th investigating. CD9 investigating on 17th Street. X on location.
B52.
You get the Salvation Army race down there. If you come over to the park on Niagara and Vermont, right on the corner.
Roger, went to Salvation Army at Niagara and Vermont.
Roger, thank you.
Clear space to F76, F76, Salvation Army rig.
CD9.
CD9.
Investigating a wall fire on 17th Street. We're going to lay in an inch and a half.
Roger, you need help there, CD9. Got a wall fire laying in an inch and a half.
I'll get your call back. We're just investigating right now. Going, but it doesn't. It seems to be in a wall. But we're going to rip a wall apart and check it.
Roger, CD9.
1X is on location investigating.
1X on location investigating.
CA service with Bullhorn and bearing.
Ladder 14 in service, Roger.
5 on location.
25 on location.
CD9.
CD9.
We have wall fire at the rear of 38 17th Street. You can send me another pumper, just to be on the safe side. We're going to try and open it up.
Roger, I'll try and get you a pumper.
There's a defective wall fixture. We'll check that out. What's the deal with the dispatch?
F89.
Anyone wants to go look at the Salvation Army?
I was unable to raise them. Buffalo Fire Space F76, F76 of Salvation Army.
Right next to this side.
Space F59, F59. Space F59. Fire space to Salvation Army, F76.
Dispatch, F76 is on Prospect near Connecticut.
Alright, they would like them to park in front of Niagara and Vermont. That's the one.
Transmit that message.
Roger, dispatch to C1.
Fire dispatch to C1.
F89, would you notify C1 that F72 is going to have the Salvation Army come around to Niagara and Vermont?
Roger. Fire dispatch to C1.
Engine 1 extra, you...
Fire safety appliance. Wants to know if he can use any equipment he has. They have equipment available if we need anything. I'll get back to you,
Engine 1 extra, you calling?
238 to dispatch. You have letters. Engine 16 from that line back on, please.
Dispatch to engine 16, turn on your line to engine 38.
CD9.
CD9.
We have a 2-story brick house with a 1-story rear attached. Engine was smoking. I'm trying to get it apart. If you can send me some help, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, I got Edgar's bill on the way. As soon as I get another company picked up from Connecticut and Norm, I'll send them. Dispatch to engine. What have you got over there on Connecticut Street? Okay, as soon as you can get out of there, okay, take that truck company that's with you and go to 38 17th Street. We got a worker there. B47. Dispatch to F48, F48. Dispatch to F48, the mechanic. 25 in service. 1. Did you see 51, I can't read you at all. A man from Mine Safety Appliances was on the telephone wanting to know if we needed any equipment from them. Dispatch engine 28, engine 28. 28. First sergeant wants you to get the pressure back up for the hose tender. They said, change the line, I'm all right now. Okay, you had to change the line. 4728 had to change the line. They're getting it back on right now. Fire dispatch F48, the mechanic. Engine 1X. To engine 1X. You on your way over to 17th Street yet? We're going now. We got another engine and a truck coming to 35. Okay, Roger. 38 17th. There's really strapped for help over there. Engine number 38 17th Street, is that correct? Roger, 38 17th. Truck to dispatch. Fuel truck. You know what pumper or truck needs fuel? Any pumper or truck at the scene of the fire needing fuel, contact the alarm office. Any pumper or truck at the scene of the fire in need of fuel, contact the alarm office. Fire dispatch to F59, F59. 32. Dispatch to the fuel truck. Fuel truck. 32 needs fuel. They're on Niagara Street, halfway down the building. Roger. Engine 1X on location. Full fire dispatch to F59, F59. Engine 1X. Roger, fire in the wall. Looks like you will be able to handle with what you've got there. One. You're going down to 1 and 1, picking everyone else up. Going to hold engine 24 and ladder 7. CD9. CD9. Fire on an outside wall. It's extinguished. We're just ventilating. Fire's under control. Roger, fire's under control on 17th Street. Fire, engine 34 in service. 34 in service. I do dispatch. B52. I need a crew over at the main entrance to the Armory. I got to make some lines in here. Anybody not working, tell the men to report to the main entrance, will you?
You want some men delaying lines at the main entrance. Roger, we'll see what we can get for you.
Anything is fine. The guys ain't working. Tell them to come to the main entrance, will you? I got to get some lines into the building.
Roger, we'll see what we can do for you.
To B47, B47. B56.
I come, he's coming down lane 2.5 inch line in the front of the building. There's a pumper on the corner of Connecticut and Prospect.
Lay 2.5 inch lines into the building from the pumper on the corner of Connecticut and Prospect.
Okay, we got about 5 companies right on the lines in the front door.
Roger.
CD9.
CD9.
Well, you want me to go with everything all over to Shenango and be a guide for them? They don't know where they're going around here.
Roger, that'd be a good idea. You got two, Eggertsville and Sheridan are going to be in there. That would be a good idea. You can leave your men on a fire patrol, although maybe it won't be necessary for that much longer, but why don't you go over there and help them out?
Clear. CD2M and CD3 will still be on patrol.
CD2M and CD3 on patrol, Roger. Service.
Fire dispatch.
23.
23 is in service. What's your pleasure? 23 is in service. What's your pleasure?
Turn to your own quarters, 23.
X-ray 23, return to quarters.
Who's calling? Engine 1X, go ahead.
17th Street, the fire's out. Hearing the walls, the sound's out.
Okay, Roger, the fire is out. You can return to Engine 1X and send a pumper from Eggertsville and the hook and ladder from Sheridan back to Rhode Island and Shenango, please.
Rhode Island, Shenango, Roger.
Tell Eggertsville's pumper there, Engine 37X, and Sheridan Park's ladder is ladder 4X.
Okay. B5 to the attack.
B52.
Contact 15, and gentlemen, he's ready for the water. So let me know.
Fire dispatch to Engine 16, Engine 16.
Negative.
Roger. Roger. Fire dispatch to B41, B41. Chief, when you're ready for water, let B52 know. Roger, it'll be a few minutes yet. Rescue 1. Repeat that, Rescue 1, you're totally broke up. Rescue 1.
Contact B56, tell them to come back in the main entrance, please.
Fire dispatch to B56, B56. Fire dispatch to B56.
B52 to dispatch.
B52.
Notify C1 if I can get some more help in that building here. He's coming inside the main office section.
Fire dispatch to C1, C1. Dispatch to C1 or B56. Engine 1X. Engine 1X, repeat that message, please. Repeat that message, please.
I notify Engine 37X. There's no other location. There's no way of telling them that they're Engine 4X.
Oh, okay, I get that message. I'll call him in the firehouse. You're returning to Engine 1's quarters, right? Rescue 1. Rescue 1, I'm sorry, but I'm not reading the words you're saying. B52.
Notify the crews on to send that line down and get the men down from there.
Who did you want notified of that?
The train guys is down to send that line down and get the men down from there.
Dispatch F59, F59 by orders of B52. Send that line down and get those men down from there. I repeat, F59 from B52. Send that line down and get those men down from there.
Good dispatch.
B52.
You contact the train guys, Chief?
B52, I repeated the message over the radio. I did not get an answer from him, but I repeated the message twice.
Roger, I'll send somebody out there and get my message by verbal orders.
Roger, I'll try one more time. Fire dispatch to F59, F59. Orders of B52. Drop that line down and get your men out of there. B52 from F59, all personnel are clear.
Roger, thank you. Dropping the line down.
the mechanic, F48, the mechanic. B43.
Out of Florida, all completed, all companies picked up, B43 is in service.
B43 in service, Roger.
7 in service.
Ladder 7 in service. 33 in service. And ladder 13 in service.
36X in service.
36X in service.
CD9.
CD9.
Is the hose truck, the gas truck at the plant?
Roger, it is, although they're having a problem with it.
37 has gas?
Stand by. You need gasoline?
That's right for the CD3.
CD9. Dispatch to F48, F48, the mechanic. F48, they're having a problem with the fuel truck. They're down by 32's pumper on Niagara Street side of the building, about halfway down.
In service.
1X in service. I don't think so yet, 32. Dispatch to F48, F48. Fire dispatch to F48, the auto mechanic. F48, the mechanic. Portable B56, go ahead.
Engine 21 to pound or 2 lines.
Dispatch to engine 21, engine 21, turn on your 2 lines.
Roger.
5-2 wants you to turn those 2 lines back on.
Roger.
Dispatch to engine 32.
Oh, I'm taking that knob off the C1.
Engine 21. Okay, just give them the best you can without going into vacuum. Dispatch to B52. Dispatch to B52. Fire to B52. 21 is drawing a vacuum on those lines. He's trying to rectify the problem now, and as soon as he can, he'll give you as much pressure as he possibly can.
Okay, thank you.
KC890, Buffalo Fire. Dispatch to B56. Okay, B41, F59 would like a truckman or a rescue man with forcible entry tools to meet him on a 3rd floor landing. Would it be possible for you to send a man up there?
We try to get you one. We'll send it out again. B41 is taking care of it for you. Fire dispatch to B41. Fire dispatch to B41.
26 to dispatch.
26.
Dispatch, would you call this number for the Salvation Army and tell them that they need coffee here at the scene of the flare on Niagara Street? The number is 844798.
I got 84. What's the first 3 digits? Oh, we have that number. We'll call them and tell them you need coffee and donuts. Where do you want them?
Niagara Street in front of the Armory.
On Niagara in front of the Armory, Roger. So the Salvation Army's been notified. B52.
Notify the officers that the coffee wagon is on Niagara Street between Vermont and Connecticut. If anybody wants a break, tell them to come over.
Roger. Well, companies at the fire. The Salvation Army rig is on Niagara Street between Connecticut and Vermont.
Fire dispatch to C1, C1. Dispatch to C1. Fire dispatch to C1, C1. Buffalo Fire dispatch to B52.
Dispatch.
C1, F59 has been successful in gaining entry to his section of fire upstairs, and they're using house lines, but he's got crews up there. They're going to be short on hose. They're going to need about 4 more lengths of hose up there.
Roger, notify B52 to meet me in front of the building.
Dispatch to B52, B52.
B52, over.
Meet the commissioner in front of the building.
Roger, about 2 minutes.
KC 890 Buffalo Fire 2335.
Gotcha.
C1.
Hey, call out, make a call, and any available men, bring 4 lengths of inch and a half up to me on the Connecticut street side of the building.
4 lengths of inch and a half.
Roger.
Dispatch to any engine company with an available man. C1 needs 4 lengths of inch and a half line on the Connecticut Street side of the building. I repeat, to any engine company with an extra man, C1 is on the Connecticut Street side of the building. He needs 4 lengths of inch and 1/2 hose. B2X and truck 5X in service. C1. Yes, engine 1 is on the scene of the fire.
Come up to the Connecticut street side of the building.
Fire dispatch to engine 1, engine 1. Engine 1 meets C1 on the Connecticut Street side of the fire.
We're hooked up to a hydrant right now.
Do you have any idea where your crew is? Do you have any idea where your crew is?
Roger, my crew is over here.
Okay, stand by, man. Dispatch to C1. Dispatch to C1. Engine 1 is hooked up to a hydrant. Do you want their crew over there?
B56 to fire dispatch. Yeah, send the crew. We just want 4 like the inch and a half up in the building in front.
Dispatch to engine 1, engine 1.
Engine 1.
Yeah, just send your crew over there with 4 lengths of inch and a half hose.
Roger.
Calling Buffalo Fire. Yes, sir. What's your message? Dispatch to C1, C1. Commissioner Degenhardt of the police department's on the radio. He says civilians are asking him if it's safe to go back to their homes. Can you give us an opinion on that?
You can have
A repeat? Dispatch to Commissioner Degenhardt. Commissioner Langdon says it would be all right for civilians to return to their homes. That's correct. Commissioner Langdon says that it will be all right for the civilians to return to their homes. Calling? Dispatch to F59, F59. Buffalo Fire dispatch to F59. 26 reports they can only give you a maximum of 30 pounds more on that standpipe. 59, you've got the wrong size fittings. The thread, it has nothing to do with the threads, the fittings are wrong.
Dispatch to B48, last contact. 1 requires your assistance at Vermont and Fargo.
B52, dispatch.
B52.
SC1, we got lines on both sides inside. And if he wants to look up where he is right now, you'll see me on a look.
Dispatch to C1. Fire dispatch to C1. Buffalo Fire dispatch to C1. C1. Dispatch to B52.
B52, over.
C1 does not answer. 52.
26, tell him the day is 3-1. He's by the Salvation Army Ridge. Tell him it's coming on portable.
Would you repeat that message, 52?
Anchor Agent 26. C1 is right behind him talking to some people by the Salvation Army coffee canteen. That's C1 contacting me on his portable.
Buffalo Fire dispatch to engine 26. C1 is behind your rig. Would you have him call B52 on his portable?
Roger. C1 is looking up. Can you hear me, C1?
Dispatch to C1. B41 is trying to contact you on the portable.
Over. Anything. Tell the commissioner that I'm on Niagara Street side on a roof. Up where we had the other lines up.
Engine 2.
Is the last mechanic at this fire?
That's affirmative. He should be near Vermont and Fargo.
Would you ask him to call over to engine 2? We're on the Prospect Street side of the Armory.
We're on the Prospect Street side. Fire dispatch to B48. B48. Buffalo Fire dispatch to B48, Superintendent of Apparatus.
40.
Engine 2 is on the Prospect Street side of the fire. They require your services. One.
Control, I'll come in working.
Roger, the fire is under control at 0018 hours. All companies still working.
Is well on its way. That's the group left today.
Car 10 at Dunkirk 10-7 Shelter.
Considering purchasing a new car, don't settle for anything less than driving excitement. Discover Saab at Armory. Gretzky's back in the
Car by the Dunkirk 10.
favorite music with Jay Jackson on FM 95.7 CHRE.
10-8.
It's a big event for the children and their parents, and it means a
10-4, car
figure
10.
skating coach Wendy Wetham.
2, go ahead. 4, we got you up 651, we got you in 747. Gauge 1. Chuck is ready. Chuck is ready. Buffalo Fire. Dispatch your reading. Was snow in the forecast? I know of. Well, right now, about the size of $50, the flakes.
Morning, officer. P44 responding. 19 responding. 4-4. Clear. Attention all companies going to Elmwood Avenue. B44 advises streets are very slippery. Drive with extreme caution. Engine 16 and ladder 9 responding.
That way you'll be all right.
Tier 2 responding. Ladder 4.
letters. Bigger than $50? Sure.
Clear, B44 on location, reports a working fire.
Florida, Dunker. Headlighted.
Okay, if you don't come back, let me know.
We've been kicking it and everything else. Nothing's happening.
B44. Clear 927 Elmwood Avenue. You got a large 2.5 frame. First floor extending to the second. You have a life hazard involved. You got 2 lines laid in. All companies working. 4-4. The second truck is ladder 9. Engine 36 and ladder 12, respond to 927 Elmwood. Engine 36, ladder 12, respond. 927 Elmwood Avenue near West Sullivan, box 166. Time 4:57, Buffalo Fire. Dispatcher remit. Responding. 36 responding. 4-4. It's clear. You got 4.5 inch, 1 big line laid in. You're going to work all companies. 4. Ladder 12.
4-4 to ladder 12.
12, go ahead, Chief.
Right up, truck 4's area, open the roof.
Open the roof when we get there. 7.0 gallons.
4 to truck 12.
Ladder 12, go ahead, Chief.
Put your mask on.
Repeat that, please. Masks on ladder 12. Roger, got that, dispatch.
All right.
Responding. Ladder 12 responding. They've got nothing to salt with.
AB392, Stoughton County Sheriff's Department, Naval New York, 0502 hours.
This ought to be interesting.
2 weeks of final weather.
You just wait for the phone to ring. Be all kinds of accidents.
Location. B56 on location. What do you expect? Scene of dispatch.
516, this is 4-4.
B44, trying to get a hold of dispatch. We can use some police for traffic control here. That's clear, ladder 12. Dispatch. Engine 16. Can we have some police for traffic control, please? They're on the way. Shifted companies, engine 35 to engine 19. Letter 15 to letter 12. Time 5:02.
Post officer.
Yours truly. E44. Advancing a line up into the attic. CX 13 Naval.
Naval, come in 13.
Over to the doctor's offices. Milk truck just pulled out of there, but that's not him.
2-4, will do.
F7 on location.
Guy ran across, like, for a mile, look for the prints. 6th Street. I guess he must be a jogger. Near the hospital. Walk, Dave.
That was like around 7th Street, and he was heading north.
Yeah, he came down, ran across Central Avenue, I saw him. Tracks go all the way up Central.
Car 5, Dunkirk. Mileage 42841, 7 gallons. You got any vehicles moving up there yet, Jim?
Working, everybody.
That's clear, B56, working all companies.
Got the fire knocked down on the first and second floors. We still got fire up in the attic. Working all companies up there.
That's clear. B56 got the fire knocked down on the first and second floor, still attacking the fire in the attic.
At 18, 92.
B44.
Inside Electric and the gas company at 927 Elmwood.
That's clear, B44, both utilities.
Operations. Fire investigators.
That's clear, 5-6, fire investigators. F11 responding.
Thanks for working, everybody on Elmwood. Checking for extensions. Fire looks pretty well confined to the end.
That's clear, B56, still working all companies, checking for extensions.
Has a fire investigator been called?
He's been called and he's responding.
Vision
19X in.
Number 2, go ahead, restaurant, no check. 536.
B44 dispatch.
4-4.
The electric company on the way.
They've been notified.
Fireman 538, 909.
Fix it, dispatch.
B56.
Fire under control. We got a few pockets of fire up there in the superstructure. The attic, hold on, all companies, damage will be heavy.
Roger, fire under control. Still have a few fire pockets up in the attic. Working all companies. Damage will be heavy. Time 5:37. Engine 31, first aid number 17 right off of East Sullivan. Time 5:39, Buffalo Fire. Dispatch Arena.
Responding.
31 responding.
B44 dispatch.
B44. Go ahead, B44.
Need the Red Cross on Elmwood. We have 3 displaced persons.
They've been notified.
Investigating.
31 on location.
31 to dispatch.
31.
So ambulance, please.
Roger, cancellation on the ambulance. Dispatch to B44.
Dunkirk 4.
44 to dispatch.
Is that 3 families or 3 different, 3 people that are displaced?
3 families.
That's clear, 3 families.
Six. 16, if anybody's closer.
I'm heading that way, Jim. I'm not making very fast progress, but we're getting there.
I got some salt spread on Central, so we'll probably do okay.
Air engine 31 in service.
31 in. 10-7 North Martin.
Fire 6.
10-7 North Martin.
Fire.
Martin.
Six Dunkirk. There's no problem here, Lee. She has somebody staying with her now. Be advised in the future that we won't be coming here.
Car 5 to car 4. 4.
Were you going to be stopping?
Dunkirk.
5.
5 will be out on portable at Jenny's.
Or 608, 392.
Fire letter 12 in service.
Letter 12 in.
Mileage 44247, 6.5.
Danforth. Safety. 16's in service.
16 in service. Preliminary signal at South Park and Alamo, back 1629. That'll be a go for engines 25, 4, ladder 10 and B46. A preliminary signal at South Park and Alabama, back 1629. That's a go for engines 25, 4, ladder 10 and B46. Timeout 618, Buffalo Fire. Dispatch Arena. That's South Park and Alamo. Back 1629. That's a correction. South Park and Alamo.
Letter 10 responding.
25 responding. Engine 4 responding. That was a pullbacks.
Letter 10 responding.
Letter 10 going.
Standing.
P46, backs pull sheet.
46 on location.
P46 on location.
Let's call South Park and Alamo.
All companies going to South Park and Alamo, you're in service, that's a false alarm. All companies to South Park and Alamo, you're in service, that's a false alarm. 1554, Chief.
Nano CX4.
6.
Take a 1013 and Route 5, Rogerville Road, unknown PI.
10-4, I'm in Lyle, it'll take me a while.
10-4, 625.
Car 5, Dunkirk 10-8. 10-4. 4.
34, KV 909.